Jumping. Recharging my shields. Good.
Underneath me.
Yo, what is going on, guys? It's your boy, the Golden Boy, and today we are back on Apex Legends. And today, what we're going to be going over is how to drop easy 20 bombs on console. Now, PC and console are completely different in my opinion. I feel like a lot more people on PC can stay alive longer for some reason. I feel like a lot more people go to different areas on PC rather than on console. But for console, these are going to be some easy tips and tricks on how to drop 20 kills coming from myself, because I've had about, if I had to guess, I've probably had about 30 or 40 20 bombs already in this game. My highest is 26 twice, and I've gotten a few 25s, 24s, 23s, all that kind of stuff. So this is definitely going to be the best route to take to get 20 bombs, the best setup for like guns-wise to get 20 bombs, and just overall just a bunch of tips and tricks to help you guys try and get a 20 bomb, because you get a sick-ass badge for getting the 20 bomb. It's like a 20 skulls falling down with like red in the background. In my opinion, I think it looks like probably the sweatiest emblem, and I think it's the second hardest emblem to get, our badge to get in the game. I think the hardest badge to get in the game is the 4,000 damage badge by far. It's damn near impossible to get that shit, and if you do get it, it is very, very lucky. But moving on to the 20 bomb, we're going to go over probably a few things here. First off, the landing. My favorite landing is either to go Thunderdome or Skulltown. Recently, I've been going Skulltown just to see like how many more kills I can get if I land Skulltown. And I definitely think that if you land Skulltown, you can walk away with more kills in Skulltown rather than if you landed Thunderdome. But the thing I like about Thunderdome is Thunderdome almost always spawns with purple armor or some sort of rare gun, like something along those lines to like help you out to push Skull. So what I usually do is I go Thunderdome, I'll get some purple armor, get a decent amount of weapons, like I'll get like a Prowler or an R99 or something, and then I'll push immediately to Skulltown. And then what we'll do is we'll wipe out all the kids that have been fighting at Skulltown or that are in mid-fight in Skulltown. Or you just drop Skulltown and you just risk it pretty much. You risk it, try to get a good landing, try and get some good weapons, and go right into the fights themselves. So it's either pick your poison. You want to drop Thunderdome and loot up a little bit and immediately push, or you can just land Skulltown and try and slay out as many people as you possibly can, depending on the drop too. Like if it's not a hot drop at Skulltown, I'll usually go Thunderdome. If it's a hot drop at Skull, I'll usually just drop Skulltown. But that's, in my opinion, the best places to land other than the hot drop locations. Like if you're on the other side of the map or something and Skull's on the other side, you might as well just drop at the hot zone. Like if the hot zone's at Bunker, if the hot zone's at Wetlands or something, you know what I mean? Just land there rather than landing Skull. That's all the way across the map, because a lot of people aren't going to land there. Also, check on your map to see how many teams have dropped. Like when you're leaving the bus or you're leaving the ship, see how many teams have dropped. It'll say how many teams are in the bus. If you've seen a lot of teams have already dropped already, odds are people are going to be on that side of the map. So if the drop's Thunderdome, Skull, I'll go Thunderdome or Skull, and then I'll see on the in the ship, I'll see how many teams have left yet. So I'll see where people are going to rotate next. So I'll go Thunderdome, Skull, or I'll just go Skull, and then we'll usually rotate towards Market, because a lot of the action happens towards Market for some reason. A lot of people come from Bridges, a lot of people come from Bunker all the way over to Market. So what we'll go do is we'll go check Market. If there's not a lot of people at Market, there's not a lot of action happening at Market, I'll usually rotate right to Bunker, Bunker side of the map, because people like to go Bunker, people like to go through those areas. You can use a blimps to your full advantage. Definitely use blimps, scout around, see if you can find any teams, because odds are if you get into some action, people are going to want to swarm you and try and kill you while you're trying to fight. They're going to want to try and third party, you know? So you try to map those kids, get those kids out of the map, and then move on to the next team that may potentially be pushing you.
And there's another team. Oh, hell no.
Now, I think the best option for weapon-wise would probably be a heavy and a light ammo gun. I used to love running the Wingman with the Spitfire, but not anymore. The Wingman I'm not really a fan of. I feel like you have the high... it's a very high-risk, low-reward, rather than what it used to be. Like, what it used to be is it had a higher rate of fire. You could hit for 101 to the head, potentially like 70s without the Skull Piercer mod and all that. And it was like, you know, a pretty decent, like, reward for missing your shots and stuff. Where it's now is they nerfed it so hard to where if you don't hit your shots, you're going to get absolutely melted if the other person has decent aim. So what I usually do is I go light weapon, heavy weapon, and my favorite weapon in the game at the moment is the Spitfire. Definitely recommend a Spitfire. You have 60 bullets in the clip, hits for an absolute fuck ton, and then I'll usually run an R99. Now, the R99 is for when people get right up in my face. If I'm right up in there and trying to push right up in the action, I just go up in there, spray the R99, try and hit every single bullet, go from hip fire to ADS, and it just absolutely obliterates kid close range. But, yeah, you have your heavy weapon and your small weapon. Sometimes I like to run the carbine and the R99 if I can't find a Spitfire or something. It works just as well. It just runs out of bullets a little bit quicker, so you have to reload, but the reload time isn't really that big of a deal. Another thing you're going to want to do is play very, very aggressive. So you're going to want those type of guns because you're going to want to squad wipe kids a lot. Now, a lot of people do is they will hang back and they'll pop shot a little bit here and there. I usually just go straight for the action, man. Like, I go in with the mindset of I'm killing all 3 of these players and I'm moving on to the next squad. I'm going to kill all 3, loot up, move to the next squad. That's usually what I do. It usually works out fine depending on how many shots you can hit, or if you're really good at hitting your shots, especially if you have the weapon setup that is perfect for you. Like the Spitfire, Spitfire's 60 bullets, man. 60 heavy rounds, hits for a shit ton. You can destroy teams of 3 in this game with a Spitfire. Absolutely insane. If you end up happening to run out, or you need to switch your weapon because someone gets too close, you just R99 it out and just obliterate them. Another tip for guns is if you ever see a care package, go for it. A regular care package. You will get a Mastiff out of there usually, and the Mastiff is by far the most broken gun in the entire game. As you guys can see from the clip in the beginning, the Mastiff clutches the fuck up, man. You can hit for so much damage. It usually hits for 144 and then a small number. So it hits for 144 and then, like, 20 or something, and then another one will hit for 144 again. So it's like you can two-shot damn near anybody in this game with that weapon. That thing is absolutely insane. If you see a Mastiff, definitely pick it up. Now, my last and final tip for trying to get a 20 bomb is you're not going to want to run with a full stack of people. I usually run with just one other person. Sometimes I run with 2 people depending on who's online, but if you run with 2 other gods, you're not going to drop a 20 bomb. So your best option for getting a 20 bomb is running solo, in my opinion. My highest kills is 26, and that is pretty much solo. And I think I've gotten a lot of 20 bombs just by myself. I mean, I play with a few homies at the time, like iSlide or Rela BX. I usually play with those guys, and we usually do pretty fine, and we're not like slaying completely out. But if you're running with 2 like dizzies, man, 2 other dizzies, you're not going to get 20 kills. Like, it's just not going to happen like that. So you're going to want to run with 2 randoms most likely that aren't that great, which is usually when I play by myself. You usually get complete bots when you play by yourself. So you're going to have to carry regardless. So if you carry regardless, then guess what? You're probably going to end up getting 20 plus kills. But hopefully you guys enjoy the rest of this gameplay. I ended up getting, I think, 22, 23 kills at the end of it with an insane clutch up at the end. Hopefully you guys take these tips and tricks and use them to their full advantage, because you will be able to slay the absolute hell out with the setup, with the drop, with the landing, with the rotations. It is all about the drop, the rotations, and what guns you have, and the lobby. The lobbies are very, very random in console. I feel like people die a lot quicker, so it's harder to get a 20 bomb on console. But hopefully you guys can get that 20 bomb, get that badge, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out, guys. I don't think this is them, but oh yeah, this is them right over here.
No. Yeah? I'm on you.
Right here, right here.
I'm on you by like
They
10.
look bad. They look
20.
real bad.
Throwing arc star.
I got glitched on the rock.
Knocked one.
Eventually.
Enemy down.
They can't have good loot. There's no way. Knocked 2.
Loading.
Nothing third. Other ones are on the top up there. You see them?
Need to recharge my shields.
Yeah.
Got the whole squad. Arc star out. Throwing arc star.
Hit one for shield.
He's one
Literally
shot.
a bullet. Oh man. To the right of me. To the right of me. Above me.
You got that guy.
one.
He's a bot.
Reloading.
What is he fucking using?
R99.
You fucking bot.
Enemy down.
Shit.
Round 3, beginning ring countdown.
I'm getting sniped from another team.
I
Whole team on me, bro.
Phasing. Need to recharge my shields.
So what was his name?
Void running. Recharging my shields. Patching myself up.
Massive to your left.
Need to recharge my shields.
I have no heavy. Okay, there's a Mastiff. Oh, baby.
They spotted me. I'm taking shots. Till the ring closes, huh?
I'm dead.
Void jumping. Recharging my shields. Good. Need to recharge my shields. Patching myself up.
Alright, well, I guess that's a fucking clip.
You are
YouTube
the
worthy
Apex
gameplay. Holy
champions.
fuck, dude. Not too shabby.